It's my pleasure to be here with you this evening for this very, very auspicious and wonderful occasion where we collectively celebrate the 100th birthday of one of our most beloved and favorite individuals, Parassala B.Ponnammal teacher. My association with her started first with her unique and amazing voice, because I used to listen to a lot of music on the radio and I was familiar with several names like Parassala B.Ponnammal, though I had never seen her face. And her voice was so different from anybody else, whether it's M.S. Subbalakshmi or Pattammal or MLV, who were the big three from Carnatic music in the 20th century. And it was very, very calming, and the tone was like a viola or a cello. Even then, it is a deep but very, very powerful, melodious, clear, very unique kind of voice. So I had heard this voice several times. In All India Radio Trivandrum, they used to play her Padmanabha Shatakam as part of the Udaya Geetam those days. Those days we didn't have any other entertainment than radio or playing tapes or reading books, watching movies, that's all. There's no WhatsApp or Facebook or YouTube or internet, none of these things were there. Then I had the privilege of learning music from Professor Vechur Harihara Subramania Iyer sir, who lived in the same street, whose birth centenary is coming next year. So I had gone to his house for his 60th birthday, and I was a young kid at that time. I didn't know anybody except my guru. So then I have my own views on doing namaskaram. When we say namaskaram, it is like the divine spark in me bows to the divine spark in you. It's an equal kind of thing, whether somebody is older or same age or younger, any position in society, nothing matters. But actually to dive at somebody's feet, there are so many other angles to that. So for example, I learnt music from Dr. Mangalampalli Balamuralikrishna sir, who is a very fun-loving guy. So sometimes some people, they do namaskaram 4 times. Sir, na sevikare. Actually 4 times they do. So he will be laughing and saying 1, 2, 3, like that, and just laughing. So the whole idea of the namaskaram would be gone. Then we have, I've heard stories about Semaguda Srinivasa Iyer, for example, whose guru was Maharajapuram Vishwanath Iyer, who was a very, very colorful and interesting and humorous gentleman. So once there's a big gathering of people in front of whom Semangudi did namaskaram to Vishwanath Iyer. Gurunatha said, he did namaskaram. So instead of blessing him, Vishwanath Iyer just looked everywhere. Everybody has seen, now you can get up. He said, so, Seenu, ellarum paathachu, nee ezhundukalam. So there are so many stories like that. So this is the background, and I am in Vechur sir's house for his, which is just down the street, for his 60th birthday, and suddenly he introduces me to this lady and says, teacher, there's a teacher, you do namaskaram. So I was like, who is this teacher? I have only heard Parassala B.Ponnammal. I have not heard B.Ponnammal teacher at that time. So it was Parassala B.Ponnammal teacher only. So he just said, you do namaskaram. So I didn't know who was the lady whom he was asking me to do namaskaram to, but because Vechur sir said, I just did namaskaram with no idea who it was. So that was my first meeting right here on the street, a few houses down. Then I heard her concert in Karthika Tirunal Theatre. Swathi Tirunal Sangeeta Sabha would have 2 concerts every month, and it used to run very well at that time. There was a time when Swathi Tirunal Sangeeta Sabha was so amazing. So later many bad things happened, as people in Trivandrum know. So the profile of the Sabha, we are assured 2 very good concerts every month. So like that I've heard her. I still remember in Begada she sang Lokavana Chatura. So it's like you are feeling cold and you are covered with a blanket, or I feel so nice. That kind of feeling her voice had, but I was never acquainted with her personally. Then the years passed and I left Trivandrum in 1995 after Vechur sir passed away. So then I was not much in touch with what was happening here. And from the time I was around 16 years old, I had started to question many things about the Navaratri Mandapam. They had only male vocal concerts and male veena concerts, that's all. So no violin solo, no flute solo, no female veena, no female vocal. And every year during the Navaratri festival, there would be one dance performance by a female, where the singer, the Nattuvangam, they could all be female also. So it is not like females were banned. But for the vocal concerts, now if we listen to the recordings of M.D. Ramanathan or Semmangudi or KVN, or all those old recordings, none of them women have sat there and heard. They had to sit outside without even seeing who was performing, with T.N. Krishnan, Lalgudi Jayaraman, and Palgad Maniyer, Palgad Raghu, T.K. Murthy, Vellore Ramapathi. There are so many great musicians have performed there, which were not witnessed by any woman, which I feel is very sad. So I started questioning this, why not have a violin solo, why not have a flute solo? And slowly, the first concert which changed the tradition was a Gotu Vadyam concert by Ravi Kiran. Then I had a violin solo by Professor T.N. Krishnan, and a flute solo by Dr. N. Ramani. Then I invited several singers who had never performed at the Navaratri Mandapam, including my guru, Dr. Mangalampalli Balamuralikrishnan. Like that, step by step it happened. And finally, after 2005 or 6, I forgot, every year after Navaratri, we have a Navaratri Trust meeting. So then finally, the resolution was passed that, okay, next year we can have women to sing there. So that was a very, very big milestone in my personal journey, because it took so many decades, not years, more than 20 years. Then the question comes, who should be the first woman to sing in the Navaratri Mandapam? And though I had absolutely no contact with Parasala B.Ponnammal teacher, instantly I didn't know whether she was healthy, whether she was still singing. I had absolutely no idea. Only one face, it's like her photo came, called Parasala B.Ponnammal. So I was like, immediately, I didn't wait even 5 minutes. I found out where she lived and drove to her house without telling her. I just came. And we had met earlier. She was the chief guest for one of my Veena concerts, and she had given me a memento and all that. So we knew about each other, but we had not met like that. So then I went to her house, and she didn't know who I was. Then I said, I'm so and so. Then it took some time, and then it registered, and she said, oh my God, you have come to my house. So I said, you know Navaratri Mandapam? Yes. So Navaratri Mandapam, you know ladies cannot enter? Yes. So I said, well, just now the rule was changed, and it is decided by the committee that ladies can actually sing at the Navaratri Mandapam. So B.Ponnammal teacher said, oh, I can't believe I'm hearing something like this. I said, no, this is not the main. The main thing is that I want you to be the first woman to sing at the Navaratri Mandapam. So she said, I don't even know, because Navaratri just finished now. Next year, after 1 year, I don't know whether I'll be alive or not. I said, see, we don't know whether any of us will be alive even tomorrow. So, but that nobody can tell. But I feel you should be the right person to sing. Then I said, I didn't know whether she was singing at home or not singing at all. I said, I'll give you 1 month. You can just think about it and let me know. So after 1 month, when I called her, she was feeling very sad because she could sing, but she could not sit on the floor. So in front of Devi, it doesn't look good if you sit on a chair or something. Then B.Ponnammal teacher's son, who is here with us, had this idea of cutting the leg of a small stool, which is little higher than a peetham, but lower than a chair. Like that, he made one thing which worked very well. And B.Ponnammal teacher sang at the Navaratri Mandapam. She started with Dani Samajendra Todi Varnam. So later I discovered she had actually, it sounded like she had been singing Dani Samajendra for 60 years, but actually she had learned that Varnam and prepared it just to sing at the Navaratri Mandapam. Later I discovered so many points like this. For example, when B.Ponnammal teacher was invited to sing at Tirupati. So Tirupati, there are so many Patnam Subramanian songs where the mudra itself is Venkatesha, but teacher did not know any songs by Talapaka Annamacharya. So she said, if I sing in Tirupati means I have to sing an Annamacharya. So she prepared an Annamacharya song just to sing at Tirupati. At that time she was probably 87 or 90 years old. So that evergreen, ever learning, fresh kind of mind, that continued right until the very end. So then she said, starting with Dani Samajendra, at that time it was a big victory for womankind, I feel, not only for B.Ponnammal teacher, that a place like this where for centuries concerts have been happening in front of Saraswati Devi, who is a woman, where women were not allowed. So I expected all the women musicians from Trivandrum to sit in front, but many of them didn't come at all. Maybe they felt I should have been the one to sing first. But anyway, it happened. But it generated little local news and it would have died off at that time. But it is just Ponnammal teacher's good fortune, my good fortune, and the good fortune of all music lovers all over the world. But exactly at that time, soon after Ponnammal teacher sang at the Navaratri Mandapam, YouTube was invented. So maybe YouTube started in America a little earlier, I don't know. But I came to know about it in India only at that time. And we had only dial-up connection, not broadband. So to upload one song for 2-minute duration, it would take 12 to 15 hours. So I would sleep during the day because nighttime connection would be a little faster. I'd sleep during the day and stay up the whole night and try to upload. So they wouldn't show the percentage, 10%, 20%. It'll just show buffering. Like one thing used to come. And maybe 6:37 in the morning, upload failed. Means whole night, no sleep and no upload also. And suppose upload complete means, oh, finally it got uploaded. So like that, with lot of pain only, I have uploaded everything at that time. You can see the upload date. 17 years ago, 18 years ago, these uploads happened. One of the first videos I uploaded was of Ponnammal teacher. And in the Navaratri Mandapam, the lighting is only with oil lamps. So there is no proper light for video. So my father had a video camera which had night vision mode. So it will come visible but in black and white. So then once this video came, people started writing to me saying, who is this? And I had given the title of the video as Navaratri Mandapam, because if I had said Parasala Ponnammal at that time outside Trivandrum or outside Kerala, not many people knew her. So I wanted people to, to grab the attention of people. So I just wrote Navaratri Mandapam, that's all. So Navaratri Mandapam, many people have heard. A video is there because there's no videography there. Then people started looking, and normally if anybody asks me for anybody's phone number, I will call that person and ask, this person is asking for your number, can I give? But only with Parassala Ponnammal teacher, some organizer from Madras or Bangalore would call me and say, oh, I saw this video and she's still singing, yes, can I have her number? I'll just give the number because I wanted her to be called. Then normally I have organized so many concerts, people have sung, they are happy, I am happy, and it ends there. But with Ponnammal teacher, it was just the beginning of one of the most precious and beautiful relationships in my entire life. Because after Navaratri, 9 days, I went to Ponnammal teacher's house again. Then, honestly, I was not praising her. I said, when you sang on the first, she sang on the first day, Shankara Bharana. Then itself, I felt in that entire series, her concert was the best, though she had only sung. So I waited till the whole festival was over. Then I went to her house and I said, when you sang itself, I felt this, but now that the whole festival is over, I can tell you honestly, your concert was the best. So she was very happy. Then, just for this concert, when I called her, I said, will you sing? She said, I don't know whether I'll be alive. The same Ponnammal teacher, I told her, Navaratri first day, Shankarabharanam, second day is Kalyani, third day is Saveri, fourth day is Todi. So you have only just started. You have to sing at least for 8 more years. All 9 you have to sing. She said, okay, ready. So the same person who was not sure whether she'll be alive next year, but after that 1 week, so much of media coverage, people coming to her house and whatever, the entire mindset had shifted. And at a personal level, one of the most important presences in her life was her younger sister. Unexpectedly, she had passed away just before this Navaratri concert. So she knew Ponnammal teacher was going to be the first woman to sing at the Navaratri Mandapam. But to have a sibling like that who's so intimate for so many decades, suddenly to lose that, it can devastate anybody. But because of the Navaratri concert, she didn't even have time to really get broken because she had to keep focusing on the Navaratri. Immediately after that, press coverage happened. Then I told teacher, see, you won't be able to sit at home because so many people are going to call you, and it happened exactly like that. Month after month, you can see Ponnammal teacher in Trivandrum airport because she'll be flying to Bangalore, she'll be flying to Madras, she'll be flying to Bombay, Delhi, America. And after each performance, she became smarter and smarter and smarter. It is not like you get older and you go like that. She became, the spirit was getting more fresh, more dynamic, more young. Just to enumerate a few of musical things she accomplished. For example, she gave a concert on Vinayaka Chaturthi day in Trivandrum. So at that age, 87, 88, what would you think somebody would sing? She said, because it's Vinayaka Chaturthi, I sang Hamsadhvani Vatapi as the main piece. So that kind of vision, she felt it was the right thing to sing Vatapi as the main piece, Hamsadhvani elaboration. Then once she had a concert series in Madras where in 2 days she had 3 concerts. So normally 2 days, 2 concerts itself is very hard. So one day, 1 concert, next day, morning and evening. And 3 concerts she gave, and in each concert she sang one of the Swarajatis of Shyama Shastri. So in one concert, Bhairavi Kamakshi, second concert, Yadugala Kamboji Kamakshi, and third concert, Rave in Todi. So just the physical dum to sing that. And after her American tour, that was like another leg of her revitalization. For her first concert in Shanmughananda Hall, Bombay, I had actually traveled to Bombay just to hear that concert. And 2 people were playing with her. And Ponnammal teacher, as you know, now in reality show and all that, if you have 10 marks, 3 marks is for the singing, 7 marks is for performance. How you shake your hand and leg and show your face and makeup and the costume, whatever. So Ponnammal teacher, if she appeared in a reality show, she'll get only 3 marks for singing. For performance, she will get 0 only, because she'll just sit like that and sing. Not even her hand will move. Very quietly she would sing. But everything would be coming in the music. So in this Bombay Shanmughananda concert, she sang Siddhi Vinayakam and started singing Swaram in Prasiddha Gananayakam. Just like that, so easy. You could see the violin. He never expected this pavam, sweet little party to be belting out that round after round after round Swarams in Prasiddha Gananayakam. So you could see from his face. And I used to tell her, if a person like T.V. Sankaranarayanan, for example, he's very upbeat singer. So if he sings, so the body will be moving and just there'll be some movement. You can see that it's going at a spanking pace. But Ponnammal teacher would sing Chala Kallaladu, or even Narasimha Mama, or Sanandam Kamala Manohari. All this very, very fast, but there will be no movement. She'll be just sitting quietly. But you can see the face of the violinist trying to keep up. And then you know how fast it is going. So nothing was about show. Everything was, in Malayalam we say, Nara Kodam Tulumbula. So an empty vessel will make a lot of noise. A full vessel will just be like that. And about names also, I know not 100%, but many, many times the names people have and their actual quality will be opposite. Somebody is called Santosh means he will not be happy, he will not make others happy also. Person is called Vivek means he won't have any sense. Like that. Saumya means they may not be Saumya at all. So like that. But Ponnammal teacher is like, her parents probably knew, I don't know, but they just gave her the most perfect and apt name. Because not Tangam, or it's just pure unadulterated gold. Ponnammal. She's one Ponnu from the beginning till the end. I've never seen a human being like that. And then after this Navaratri concert, I used to call her, and there are some great gurus or people who pretend to be elevated souls. They'll be on a higher pedestal and talking down to people and giving gems of advice or wisdom or what. But Ponnammal teacher, if you go to her house, we feel we are sitting with our own very dear grandmother. She'll speak very normal things. It is not like she's advising and giving high-level talk. But you spend half an hour, 1 hour chatting with her, you leave her house, you feel like you have been to a temple and you are washed of all impurities. One pure, clean feeling we used to get. That is unbelievable. But you keep wondering, what did she say? It will be just a normal conversation, but somehow we feel very, very good. So that quality she had. And in Madras Music Academy, for example, earlier I've heard and I've seen also when I was a teenager, when one big Vidwan is singing, the front row will be full of Vidwans. So it doesn't matter who is singing, it will be full of Vidwans. But now if we go, we hardly find musicians attending other musicians' concerts. The last time I saw the Music Academy hall like full of Vidwans in the front, whether it's Lalgudi Jaram and Arsesha Gopal, or all these people in front was for Ponnammal teacher's concerts at the academy, because she was non-controversial. It's not like, oh, if you go, I am this school, means I won't go to that school, nothing like that. Everyone liked her music. And her music, from where it came, she has learned from Musiri Subramaniar, from G.N. Balasubramaniam, from Semmangudu Srinivasayar, from Papanasam Sivan directly, from Muttaya Bhagavatar, from so many inputs she had, and just the good from every style she had collected and made something of her own. Normally, if we learn from a guru, means the first thing we pick up are the negative things, the mannerism. Somebody sings nasally means we'll also sing nasally. Somebody doesn't sing in Shruti means we'll also not sing it. Somebody's voice shakes means our voice will also shake. So the negative things are very easy. That's why people who do mimicry, they are so successful, because all the flaws we can easily caricature and highlight. So people will laugh, immediately know, oh yeah, it sounds like that. But that is very easy, but it is very, very difficult to learn from somebody and just take the good and avoid the bad. So she was absolutely successful in that. And we had some unfortunate experiences with Navaratri 5th day Bhairavi. So I never made her sing Bhairavi Janani Mama, but the other songs she sang not once but 2 times, and some even 3 times she sang. And each time she will prepare something new, something different and come. And radio relay, for example, when I used to sing at the Navaratra Mandapam, concert would be 6 to 8:30, but 9:30 to 11, the radio relay would be there. So the radio relay would finish, and when the announcement would come, the phone will ring. And every single year, it would be Ponnammal teacher. She would have heard my concert, and she'll call and give her detailed feedback. She say, I wanted to come and sit, but to sit there for 2.5 hours, it's physically difficult. That's why she would apologize. I say, you see, you're staying up till 11 o'clock and listening to this itself is a big deal. So like that, and speaking for me personally, I had the privilege when Ponnammal teacher celebrated her Satabhishekam. I had the privilege, I should thank her family also, that I had the privilege of being the first person to pour the water on her head for her Satabhishekam. So it was like if we can made to order grandmother. Suppose God comes in front of me and says, okay, I'll give you a grandmother. You list what all you want. And I like this, like this, like this, like this. And if I order one grandmother, it will be Ponnammal teacher. It's such a beautiful person. At a personal level also. Just a few days before she passed away, I was in Bangalore, and we had a video call. So, and Amrita, who's going to sing now, she was kind enough to take a video of me talking to Ponnammal teacher on video call, and I still have that footage. So at that time, in fact, Ponnammal teacher, I am 100% sure if the pandemic and the lockdown had not happened, today we will all be sitting in the audience and she only will be singing the concert. 100%, because she was good. The way she was going, it was like that. But lockdown happened, just sit at home and nobody is coming. So that kind of slowed the momentum. Otherwise, she'll be traveling to Madras and Bangalore and whatever. It would have continued, which is a very sad thing. In fact, Amrita and I together, we gave a concert here in the same place for her 90th birthday. And at that time, I had announced, and I believed also, that for 100th birthday, we'll all be in the audience and Ponnammal teacher had to sing. So that didn't happen, which is a sad thing. But if I talk about Ponnammal teacher, then today concert won't happen. So others are there to speak also. And just like Ponnammal teacher, not just imitating the gurus, but taking the best of each guru and creating something of her own. I have tried the same thing with my gurus. I have learned from Vechur Herer Subramanian sir, Dr. Balamurali Krishna, Veena Trivandrum Venkatraman sir, and Professor K.S. Narayanaswamy. Then I have listening input from M.D. Ramanathan and Madurai Mani Iyer and Ramnath Krishna and Volati Venkateswarlu and Ajoy Chakravarti and so many others. So all this together, something of mine. And Amrita is exactly the same way. She doesn't sing like me or like Ponnammal teacher or like any of her. We try to make something of our own. And I'm very, very happy to have been the reason to connect Ponnammal teacher and Amrita together also. So today is a very, very, very happy day. I had a concert in Chennai yesterday, and tomorrow 7 o'clock in the morning I have to go to Chennai again, and one big cyclone is threatening Chennai. So please pray that the weather will be kind. but I couldn't miss this event because it's so, so dear to my heart, and I congratulate all the organizers for organizing an event like this and having me here. Thank you so much.